a couple of catches out there in the deep. He is just doing everything. What an all-rounder cricketer. He also displays his antiques with the bat. So what a find it has been for Rajasthan in the last couple of years.
Well, absolutely a fine pick, and Rajasthan would be very happy as a team, to be very honest, because the effort from Ben Stokes on the boundary rope was also amazing. Though it went for a six, but even then, full marks for that, and that will definitely help when he will come out to bat as well, Yuvraj. I think all in all, it has been a good performance, and I think they would be very, very happy to actually restrict a side like Delhi for 161.
Absolutely, and I think it was a really good innings from Dhawan today. He paced it well. His strike rate was above par. I think 57 of 33. It was brilliant to watch, but got a reverse sweep. It was unnecessary. It was unwarranted for. I don't know why he plays a reverse sweep if he's not used to playing that shot. I really don't understand why Shikhar Dhawan does it. But in the end, he lost his wicket, of course. Then Iyer took charge, paced his innings really well, got out at the wrong time. Unfortunately, that would have made a difference of at least 10-15 runs. And I think they are short. They might have been around 170, 175 if Shikhar Dhawan and Shreyas Iyer would have managed to carry on. This is not a very high total, and Rajasthan are in with more than a chance of chasing this total down.
Well, absolutely. And a couple of things to actually look at, Yuvraj. If you are a Delhi fan, you come from Delhi, and how about I actually ask from you? There have been times we are talking about somebody like Prithvi Shaw. He is not able to perform. How many more opportunities you want to give him? He is not able to handle pressure. One, he is not able to deliver when somebody is bowling fast. Second, he is not able to play the short delivery. Third, for what is the team?
I think first of all it was an unplayable delivery. Just saying that in his defense, it was very tough to play. Searing in, swinging in at the right length, top of off stump, it was almost unplayable. He could have hit. Even the best batsman in the world would have struggled to get bat in this onto this delivery. But apart from that, it's not just about this match. It's about his overall performances. Overall, he's not been delivering for his team. And at the opening slot, you have a responsibility to provide your team with a good, solid foundation. He has not been doing that. You can't be so unreliable as an opener. You are a bit of a dasher. You have a bit of flair. You play this aggressive. You play with this aggressive mindset, but that is landing you in trouble. And as I've always said, he doesn't adapt to the conditions wherever he goes. He plays the same game. He always plays the way he has played in the past, and he doesn't adapt. And that's what I find odd. Now he's also more than 20 years old, and he's been playing with these players, big players, for such a long time. Ricky Ponting is their coach. They should tell him you should take your time at the crease. You should not hurry. You should not try to dictate terms. You should let the ball come onto the bat. I think towards the ball. That is the problem with Prithvi Shaw. I think rather than letting the ball come to him.
Absolutely. And if we somebody like Shikhar Dhawan, just contrasting performance to what Prithvi Shaw had on offer. A smashed half century needed that. Now consecutive half centuries for Shikhar Dhawan. He's showing the world the class he has, the aura he has in the shortest format of the game. And how good was Shreyas Iyer, of course, because Shreyas Iyer also showed that he can bat under pressure. Ajinkya Rahane departed early. Prithvi shot, but the way he played, that was one to see. And when he was playing, it looked like that Delhi will score 175 or 180. It has been a good effort from Rajasthan as well. Let's talk about Rajasthan's bowling, to be very honest. What do you have to say about, because they are doing things in bits and pieces. Some bowlers are performing really well, others are struggling, starting with Ben Stokes.
I think they are a bit too dependent on Jofra Archer for my liking. 3 wickets today. He was the one actually who started the flow of wickets, and that's what actually curtailed Delhi. Otherwise, if you look around him, um, there's not much to look at. Other bowlers are conceding runs, but Karthik Tyagi also is doing a fine job. He's conceding 30 to 35 runs in his 4 overs, picking up a wicket in each of the games he's played. But I think today they did a even except Jofra Archer, they were good. They bowled in the right areas. Even the spinners were really good. Rahul Tewatia has been performing for them. So I think
No. But if you actually see Jaydev Unadkat went for more than 10 runs an over. If you see Ben Stokes, he went for 12 runs an over. Now, you thankfully Rahul Tewatia and Shreyas Gopal did well for you, but other than that, 32 runs in 3 overs, 24 runs in 2 overs. What does that make? That makes 56 of 5 overs between Jaydev Unadkat and Ben Stokes.
Ben Stokes looks rusty, to be honest to me. He's a much better bowler than this. He historically has not performed well in this tournament in the Indian T20 league. Again, one of those players, something bites him when he comes into this tournament. Similar to Glenn Maxwell, of course. A bug just bites them whenever they come to Indian T20 league. Whether it's the pitch difference, whether they are used to playing for their nation more, and their cricket because these players don't, uh, especially Ben Stokes. He plays very less in the Vitality Blast as well. He doesn't play T20 franchise cricket much. Glenn Maxwell does. He also performs for Melbourne Stars whenever he plays in the BBL. But it's something just happens to them in this tournament, and Ben Stokes has not started well, which is not a good sign. Not scoring
Absolutely.
when
I
scoring
totally agree to it.
scoring just 5 runs in the first game, and he's not bowling much. And he bowled today, conceded 24 runs. He's come back after a long time. Of games, that's too much in a 14-game tournament. 2 games can make a whole lot of a difference to get into his stride as quickly as possible, I think. And as far as the question of Jaydev Unadkat is concerned, uh, he's always been expensive. He always leaks runs. I wouldn't that I wouldn't like a player like Jaydev Unadkat in my team, who very rarely picks up a couple of wickets, and you rely on him to leak runs rather than save runs more often than not. It's very tough to say this, but it's harsh on him too. But that it is what it is, I think.
Keeping aside this statement, let's move to our next segment, and that is best tweets of first inning. The first one is coming from Anirudh. He says, all that talk around Shreyas Iyer being the youngest captain in IPL 20, still feel that his batting isn't that much talked about. He paces innings beautifully when he gets going and hits those towering sixes to smart chap. Couldn't agree more to that, Anirudh, because he is performing really well. In the pre-show as well, we were talking about that there are only few captains who are leading the side from front, and Shreyas Iyer is one of them. He knows what needs to be done and when, and that's why Shreyas Iyer is so good in this format of the game. The second one is Kit Saxena, and he says twice in this innings by Delhi Capitals, we have seen batsmen are throwing their wicket away at crucial junctures. First, Dhawan, needless reverse sweep. And then, of course, Shreyas Iyer. This could easily make a difference of 20 runs at the end of it. How much do you agree on that? Because I
I
think they were
agree.
pacing the innings. It was needed.
I agree with the Shikhar Dhawan dismissal that he talked about. It was completely needless. It was unnecessary because like uh, it looks like that Shikhar Dhawan is not adept at playing the reverse sweep. He's not practiced this shot enough. He just comes out there and wants to play the reverse sweep in on match day. That shouldn't be the case, but he prefers doing that. Shreyas Iyer didn't throw his wicket away. He was just trying to propel the innings. He just didn't middle it. He was trying. He made a sincere effort to clear the boundary, but he did not. Unfortunately, did not hit the middle of the bat. Karthik Tyagi got his wicket. I agree with the first half, but not the Shreyas Iyer part. But Shikhar Dhawan have impacted Delhi's innings by 10, 12 runs at least.
Absolutely. Let's look at the scorecard once, and that is Delhi batted first. and they scored 161 runs in their quota of 20 overs, lost 7 wickets. Shikhar Dhawan and Shreyas Iyer smashed half centuries each, 57 and 53 for the captain Shreyas Iyer. Other than that, everyone got a start but couldn't continue. Unfortunately, I have to keep aside somebody like Prithvi Shaw to open his account, and of course, Ajinkya Rahane on the other hand scored just 2 runs. But if you are a Rajasthan fan, you would be very, very happy to see how Jofra Archer bowled today. 3 wickets for just 9. Jaydev Unadkat also picked 2 wickets, but unfortunately couldn't control on the runs part. Gave away 32 runs, 56 runs between, of course, Jaydev Unadkat and Ben Stokes. But Karthik Tyagi bowled well. 4 overs, 30 for 1. And Rahul Tewatia and Shreyas Gopal were really good on the day. Rahul Tewatia, 3 overs, 23. Couldn't pick a wicket today, but Shreyas Gopal got a wicket. 4 overs, 31 for 1. And it was one to see. Rajasthan need 162 runs to register their 4th win in Indian T20 League. Ben Stokes is opening once again. So that definitely means that things will be coming out well if Ben Stokes plays well. And he has been joined in with his partner, of course, Jos Buttler. Let's see if Rajasthan is able to get a good start today and utilize that power play. What do you think? Final words, Yuvraj, before we end the show.
I think it's a tough thing to say who will chase this total down, but I think again Rajasthan have a slight edge.
All right, let's see what happens. 162 is what Rajasthan needs, and we will be back in the post show. You need not to go anywhere. All the information around this game, Delhi versus Rajasthan, only on Sports Tiger. So don't go anywhere and keep watching Sports Tiger.